So, today we are seeing what WWE products are on TikTok Shop, because obviously TikTok Shop is seen as a place that's not very legitimate compared to the Amazons and eBays of the world. So, we're going to have a look. So, first up, we have these Jey Uso YEET glasses. These are really sick. They come in blue, sky blue, green, and pink. But £30, it's a bit too steep for me, to be honest, because it's probably quite easy to make. Now these are really cool. They're D-Generation X jerseys, which say "Suck It" and 69. They're really cool. I think it's a decent price, to be fair, actually. I just would like to know the price and not have an £8 range in the price. Wow, this is amazing. So this is like a knockoff WWE action figures. Let's actually see who we got here. So there's Batista, because I really recognise that from the hair, the goatee, and the tattoo around the belly button. Is that Eddie Guerrero or Dean Ambrose? I don't even know who that is. And then that's Triple H wearing yellow trunks for some reason. And that Roman Reigns looks like he's been hit by a car. And then in the ring, we got Sting. That Sting doesn't look too bad. Goldberg, Roman Reigns, Sergeant Slaughter, and I don't know who that one is in the blue and white there. And in terms of the accessories, we've got a steel chair, a very large steel chair, a chainsaw, the tiniest ladder ever, dumbbell, a walking stick, some sort of medieval bat, and a weight. See, for £13.45, I don't think that's bad, to be honest, because the price of one figure, one WWE figure, so let's say it's around £10 for a main event series figure, or what any older heads would call a basic. I think that's pretty good. Four figures, the quality may not be unbelievable, but four figures, a lot of accessories. And I'm not sure, does this come with a ring? I don't think it comes with a ring. Because if it comes with a ring, this is like steal of the century. And then we have this one. We've got AJ Styles with chest hair. I don't know what's up with that AJ Styles. Like, his torso's like very pale, and then he's just absolutely tanned everywhere else. We've got a Rey Mysterio that looks pretty cool. We've got the Great Khali and the Undertaker. I mean, the same box art over here, same accessories. Yes, the quality isn't great. Yes, it is a knockoff, but 13.45, 16% off currently. I think this is a steal, to be honest, because I just the price of figures these days, you would only be able to get one figure for that price. I think it's good. I think it's good, to be honest. Granted, they could have not. It would have been nice if they didn't just rip off their complete likeness. And the thing is called Ultimate Warrior Power. Surely WWE has that copyrighted. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Now there's a lot of T-shirts here. Some of them I do. Some of them are like complete rip-offs of the actual real things, like this John Cena Glasgow shirt. But then we've got this vintage WWE shirt from the 2000s. We got Rey Mysterio, Batista, Shawn Michaels, Cena, Orton, Jericho, and Mysterio again, and then I think that's Cena again. That's a really cool shirt for 510 to 1678. It's a bit odd, but yeah, and lots of colours and pretty cool. And there's also this Penta shirt that I briefly clicked on. I mean, that's sick. But there's also a lot of just the Austin 316, the Ron Cena shirt, that John Cena farewell shirt that is just copies and really bad copies. Well, they're good in their likeness, but in quality they would be quite crap. So if you want a cheap WWE shirt and don't want to spend 30 quid is what we're looking at now for WWE, just standard cotton shirts, this is a place to look, but I'm not spending too much time on them, but I thought they needed acknowledging. So we've got a spinabout, just toy version of the spinabout, and there's even the big gold belt. But the description has called it the boxing championship, which I just thought was funny. I mean, these are tiny. I know they're for kids, but geez. I mean, like Hornswoggle would be perfect for these. And we've got a DVD here of Battleground 2013. Let's see what this show had on offer. You know, I genuinely love DVDs, but also WWE DVDs because yes, the documentary ones are good, and there's some very good ones like the Paul Heyman one and the Triple H one. But I just love like old matches, old pay-per-views, and Battleground 2013. Let's see what was cooking. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We've got a kickoff show match. Doesn't tell me what that is. Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow. Is this all? Oh, these are like the extras, special features. Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow. Unbelievable. And we've got a 6-man tag of Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, and Goldust versus the Shield. That's beautiful. So let's have a look. So we've got Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton on this card in the lead up to WrestleMania. We've got Punk and Ryback. What a horrible feud. Because just CM Punk, you a waste. This 2013 was a good year for Punk. He had feuds with The Rock, Undertaker, and Brock Lesnar, but he was losing all these feuds. And then by the back end of 2013, he's feuding with Ryback. He should have main evented WrestleMania that year in 2013 at WrestleMania 29, whether that would be a Punk versus Cena 1-on-1 or Punk Rock Cena triple threat. He should have main evented, and that may have convinced him to stay, which would have been nice. So we've got RVD versus Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title in a brutal hardcore rules match. Well, at the end of the year, the World Heavyweight title will be retired before being revived 10 years later in 2023. So yeah, I think it's an underrated pay-per-view. They've also got some action figures on here. We've got a Hulk Hogan that does not look real. That is fake as Christmas. That is horrible. We've got Karrion Kross NXT Championship. 20 quid. I mean, Cross was good then, but and that was maybe a 4-year-old figure, but 20 quid's a bit steep, I feel like. Got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We've got Seth. That's quite a recent Seth, actually. So $21.99. $21.24 is not a bad price. We've got the £10 for the John Cena 17-time world champion card. That's pretty cool. We're back on the knockoff wrestling figures. That's the exact same ones, but we've got different wrestlers. Triple H wearing silver, The Rock, Batista, and Rey Mysterio. That's like a reskin Rey Mysterio, the one we saw earlier. There's all the weapons out of the box. Then we got Batista, Edge, Sheamus, and The Rock. Pretty cool. And then Randy Orton, Kane, Triple H, and Brock Lesnar. And this one is going for $10.99. So, ends in 2 days. This video probably won't be out in 2 days, so you can't get that sweet, sweet deal. So, to conclude, I think there is a lot of good stuff on there. Just for in terms of, it's cheaper. You gotta understand the quality will be slightly worse, but there is a good range of stuff. Even a John Cena cardboard cutout. Give me that now. Right. Anyways, we've got pajamas. Isn't that cool? Oh, kids' pajamas. Yeah, that's expected actually. To be fair, we've got Otis with the Money in the Bank. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.